So here we are. Game number 1 of this best of 3. Dead winning is the map. It is the loser's game of this best of 3. Oh, this group A rather. It is a best of 3. And spawning up to the top left hand position, we have got the blue Protoss player representing XMG. It is Socke. And his opponent up to the top right, the red Zerg, representing alternate attack. We have Lambo. So, as this stands, we're obviously in a bit of an interesting spot because this is Group A. The top 2 advance, and therefore they're going to want to go through here. And this is a tough game for them because if you lose this map, the loser's map, you are eliminated. You are gone! You are gone forever. Thrown into the fiery pits of a volcano. Okay, probably not, but it will seem like that. Because there's a lot of money on the line. Getting into the later stages is a good thing. This, of course, is the quest to find Germany's best gamer. And that means fun. Now, as we're checking, seeing what's going on, unfortunately for Lambo, he's going to be very sad to send this Overlord to the left first and see that they're in the horizontal spawns. And the reason that is sad times is because really you're going to be very close by air. And there's a lot of dead space around here. And that's scary. It is possible to go for proxy Tempests. Oh, not even proxy. It's possible to just go for 2 base Tempest. Or 3 base Tempest. You can take a 3rd base here and then just laugh hysterically as a Protoss player. Because you just make sure you've got a pylon here to see if anything tries to sneak through. And then you just kind of sit here and like, yo, what you gonna do, bro? Anyway, Lambo, he's still just waiting. Still checking, keeping an eye on things. He's going for a hatch first, but is going to be going for a good scout about. Make sure there's no pylons or anything coming through. Probably going to go up for a quick 3rd. Hatch, pool coming down here. As we see, obviously no pool yet. So, hatch pool is an opening from Lambo. This, of course, means he is right next to his opponent's potential 3rd. Literally right there. Now, I don't know 100%, but I'm pretty sure an Infestor could throw over Infested Terrans. I think. It is a I think, not a I know. Someone will know. I haven't actually played Infestors on this map, so I don't know if you can do it. But there are some maps where there was that gap. I also love this thing. This thing just looks awesome. This strange generated devicey. I don't think that's meant to happen, though. It seems to be able to, like, phase through itself. Very curious. Anyway. We do have a cyber core coming down. The 2 gases now set up by Socke. Everything looking good. I'm happy about all of this. Lambo, he's still just waiting here. Socke has sent a probe in, but there's no forge or anything, so he ain't gonna be able to be going for any cannons or anything like that. Instead, he's just gonna have to come and scout around, check to see what's going on. Spawning pool, nearly finished up now for Lambo. It was a hatch pool build, remember? So, playing it very economically focused. Socke, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Stargate here. I did mention right at the start, this map is awesome for air from a Protoss side. It is just so effective. So ridiculously good. So wait and see if it does come down. I expect it will once we hit that 150 Vespian mark. And no, I'm proved wrong. Robotics facility. Damn you, Socke. Damn you. I made such a good point of why this was such a good map to go for a Stargate on. And he's just like, I don't care. I do not care. He goes for whatever else he wants to. The rowboat could be going for some Immortals, could just be teching up, could be playing this for the long game. Could go for a 3rd relatively quickly. This is a safe place to take a 3rd base up against a Zerg. You can actually go up to 4 bases on Deadwing very easily. Overlord is coming forward, trying to get a little bit of scouting. The Stalker, not too pleased about that though. So he's just going to be chasing it down. This is a dead Overlord. Will supply block Lambo as well. That's really annoying because he doesn't actually have another Overlord in production yet. Just beginning 2 at this stage. That's quite a delay, actually. It's a full 25-second supply block. It may be in about 24. But still, not something that you really want. These injects are therefore going to go to the waste. He's going to end up losing at least 1 lava's worth of production. And that is always annoying. You don't want to lose any lava. So that's a pain in the ass. Otherwise, Overlord just taking a little bit of prodding, a little bit of poking, a little bit of annoyance. We've got a couple of additional gateways coming down here, completing the wall off here. Okay. Another Overlord's going to get taken down. This is very nice. That supply blocks Lambo again. Lambo losing 2 Overlords very early on, as well as 2 Lings. Socke going to be happy with that. And also, if I'm not mistaken, there's been no scout. Okay, no, the scout did come down. The robotic facility was seen. Going to be a little bit of a sentry drop, though, coming through. This is quite cool. Not something that you often see. Still waiting to see. when this goes. What is it going to do? Keeping a good little look. War Prism on its way. Down goes the sentry. They're going to start looking for some force fields. They can actually trap these drones quite easily. Only traps a couple of them. Maybe wanted a few more. The Ling's coming in. This has got Lambo a little bit off guard. He does have a couple of queens there. Not focusing the Warp Prism yet. It re-enables powering mode because then a couple more warp pins should be available. 20 Lings on their way through. The Rotron is also just now finished up. Sentry's running into a bit of problems. Quick little force field will allow a queen to get trapped. A great transfuse from Lambo keeps it alive, minimizing the damage done. Only 3 drones died. Overall, Lambo defended that really nicely. 3 drones in exchange for 3 zealots. That is definitely something that Lambo is going to be happy with. So, indeed, actually, yeah. Ashy, I did make an incorrect prediction with the Stargate. I know there's a minute stream delay, so that's a bit of a pain. But yeah. Incorrect means that anyone playing the Madals drinking game has to now take a drink. Anyway, debris getting taken down. This is going to allow Socke to just come marching up here. Come around the back. He's got to take out that first. And Lambo has spread some creep down. Really important thing to do, actually, spread this creep just so you can see if the debris is getting taken out. Definitely a wise move to make. Meanwhile, we've got Spine Quarter on its way. We've got, obviously, a hatchery there. Everything looking good and happy for the moment. Hydrogen up. A couple of Hydralisks going to be pumping through. And up against this Immortal Sentry style play, obviously, Hydras are going to be very, very effective. They're great up against the Mortals and Gateway units, so getting them down quick is going to be great news. Lambo doesn't have that much in the defense, but he does have an alright economy if he can hold this. Third Mortal is now there. Another pylon coming through, as well as the Warp Prism providing a few additional reinforcements. Socke charging on up. Chucks down a couple of force fields. This zones out quite a lot of units. He needs to try and get up this ramp, though. The Concave for Lambo, very good here. The Spine Quarter not going to last too long if the Immortals are able to have a couple of shots at it. Taken down, more force fields coming through, more roaches on their way. Drones being pulled, but a time warp preventing them from getting into this fight too quickly to soak up the damage. Still, we see Socke pushing forward. Emergency reinforcements coming through now from Lambo. If he holds this, he's in a good spot, but no. All 3 of those Immortals still alive. They're the big damage dealers here. More drones getting pulled. Lambo taking significant losses, down to only 40 workers at the moment. And that number is still plummeting. More roaches, more lings still trying to come through. And while the Gateway units have been taken out, the Immortals able to retreat back. More reinforcements coming through. The Immortals are getting trapped. One nearly gets killed, gets picked up by the Warp Prism. The second one, unfortunately, not going to be so lucky. The third still at full health. Stays a bit close, trapped by a couple of drones, but a good little bit of pick up and drop micro keeps both of those Immortals alive. More damage being done by Socke, who's doing a fantastic job of just keeping up overall his production, keeping up his micro, and keeping his units alive. Lambo's in a very tough spot. Another force field goes down, tries to limit the amount of use these queens can get, picking up and dropping those Immortals back, trying to maximize the damage they can do to the roaches. 2 Immortals are still up, and they've racked up 31 kills and, well, wow, 31 and 21. That is a heck of a lot of kills. 52 kills coming down from those 2 Immortals alone. The damage has been done. Lambo sitting at only 28 drones to 43 probes. He's really hurting at this stage. This is now just up to Socke to play it safe. As long as he doesn't lose this entire army in a terrible engagement, he should be alright. He's gone up to 4 Immortals, looking to push forward yet again. He's also got his Robotics Bay nearly complete, so can start teching into Colossus. Unfortunately, for Lambo, he just doesn't have the money to keep producing what he needs to defend this. And Socke, buying his time, goes for a couple of force fields here. Doesn't have a few sentries to die, but traps a couple of the queens. The Hydra's able to get in a good position. Transfuses being spammed down. The force field's now actually preventing Socke from moving up, so he has to back away, wait for another wave of reinforcements, but did manage to take out a couple of the queens as well as a good few more units. 30 drones up against 43 probes, and the first Colossus is on its way down. If the Colossus gets out, that's a lot of damage output that Socke is going to be very happy about. Lambo's still buying his time, still trying to find some way to go through. That Warp Prism does actually have 1 HP right now. That is insane. So waiting to see if it is able to get taken down. The pylon was taken out, so this Warp Prism is the only way to get ultra quick reinforcements, although factoring in they are in the close horizontal spawns, reinforcements do head over quite fast. Nice little move here, going to be splitting up the attention of his opponent. Drops a couple of zealots up there. This should pull the army back, allowing Socke to move forward. Not going forward yet, just wants to take a little look. A couple more zealots get dropped up into the main base. The Warp Prism, there are now 2 of them, so that was the second Warp Prism having a bit of fun there. Able to keep looking. Able to keep trying to drop. Pulls more of these units back. Socke, still waiting. Where is his Colossus? He's waiting for the second one. Okay, so he's playing it safe at the moment. Just biding his time. But when that second Colossus is out on the field, we should see him go. It has been contaminated up, so that's actually going to delay that second Colossus. There's one out on the field. It's seen though now, so may as well start looking to go for this push. A couple more roaches coming out. Another Hydra. Still 30 drones to 45 probes. Big economic lead at the moment, despite the 3 bases. Socke mining double the gas, first and foremost. Really going to be helping him. Still waiting to see if and when Lambo goes to try and make this hold. He's in a good position there. He can, as Socke moves up this ramp, he can form an incredibly good concave to maximize his chances of engaging this. And you can see he's already pre-split his units trying to do it, but it's a matter of time. Extended Thermal Lance is now finished. The second Colossus is on its way through. Poking, prodding a couple of those Lings. Leaves 4 of them alive, and that's because the push is going. The Colossus trying to melt through this army. Trying to get the damage through. The second one going to be joining this. Force fields is still coming through. Zoning out a lot of these forces over on the right-hand side. More force fields being utilized. These 2 Colossus at the back, dishing out a lot of damage, melting through the Zerg force. The front line starting to evaporate, though. The Hydralisk dishing out a lot of damage, but Lambo knows he can't do it. GG is called, and Socke takes game number 1 of this best of 3.